We have 4 people watching, which is good.
Yeah, it's starting to pick up.
Beers and Bucks, our 15th episode. It's more like our 150th episode. Mm-hmm. But our 15th official episode of the podcast for the first time ever. Give everybody a round of applause for Jake and Sam. They actually set it up correctly. We were on time. The audio works. The visual works.
As far as we know, but there's always time.
They spelled our names right, which is good. They've pretty well nailed it.
They have.
You know? Shout out to the fellas.
So Monday night.
Normally I talk about the first 5 minutes of the show. I talk about how they've screwed up again.
I just kind of feel like there's really nothing for us. We just got to kind of just sit here now.
Spencer's not here to make fun of. Like it's gonna be a tough show. Thankfully, we have about 27, 30, 40, 50 questions about what to do when it doesn't rain. So we'll answer those individually. And thanks to Hop and Barrel.
Yeah, they got their new Oktoberfest is out, and unfortunately, we don't have any at the shop. But that thing, if you like a Oktoberfest beer, it's in my top 3. And I'm like a big Oktoberfest guy.
That's saying a lot in Wisconsin of all places, but I got to give them to them. I mean, their Lemon Breaker's top 1.
It is good. Minnetonka has my heart.
Top 1 of all time, and that's saying I like drinking beer. I'd actually say I love drinking beer. It's top 1 of all time. Everyone that's ever made fun of me for drinking it now loves it.
Especially once they have it for the first time. Pyre about lost his mind.
Everybody's like, oh gosh, you're such a wuss. It's
yeah.
Like 3%. You can drive legally and drink that stuff. And they drink it, they're like, where can I get some of that? Yep, that's kind of how the story goes. Thanks for joining. We got Kelly and Kevin and Nathan and Joey and Justin and Harley and Mike and a whole bunch of people planting plots. Hopefully it's raining wherever you live. We have not been blessed.
We had like really good rain
in June.
Well, no, like 3 weeks ago here when we planted all our stuff, we saw all that rain coming in and we got half inch, like we got like really good rains and everything started to germ and take off. And then here we sit and now we haven't got rain in 3 weeks.
The plots of the proving grounds look really good.
For the lack of rain we've got, I'm actually pretty impressed, but you know, you start to see things in your plots, especially as they really are starting to shoot up and grow, where you know they start to get stressed. Maybe there's a little bit of yellow in your leaves and stuff like that. It's all signs of stress, and that can be even if you're getting rain and your plants are showing that could mean you need fertilizer. In our case right now, I feel like if we don't get more rain soon, they might kind of get like dormant, not grow anymore. But we'll see. They've been pretty drought tolerant so far this year.
Once they can develop a good root system, they're pretty hardy. It's in that really immature stage, or when the seed is sitting on the earth
for 3 weeks.
Damn it! It sure would be nice for the heavens to open up just one time. But hey, we're gonna answer the questions, even if you don't like the answer. We're gonna answer the questions for you.
Yeah,
it's one of those things when you're dealing with Mother Nature. She always wins. She rules the world, and we just try to live by her rules. I mean, we've got some solutions too. If your food plot has failed you, it's only August 28th.
We still got a lot of time.
So no matter where you live, we've got plenty of options for you. We don't have Hall Pass shown here. We'll bring it out early. It just covers us up, and you guys want to see our pretty faces.
Well, people want to see the wolf shirt.
Got to see the wolf shirt.
You know.
Yeah, absolutely. Gotta show love for the wolf shirt.
We posted this on. I don't even know if we actually posted it on the domain page, but
Timmy,
I got tagged in a post, and you know there was so much outreach, asking me where I got it.
Outrage.
And it might have been outrage that people were jealous that they didn't have a nice custom wolf shirt. My wife got me this for Father's Day. Says it's fitting for a father.
Huh.
Even though I'm not a father yet, I'm trying to get prepared. So she got me knee-high white socks and a wolf shirt. And now she established the precedent that every Father's Day I need to get another one of these bad boys.
You could follow it up with a pair of Jake's jorts.
Oh.
Maybe a pair of Velcro shoes.
It would be nice. I hate tying shoes.
You'll be dialed in?
That's why I'm wearing my Crocs right now.
Yeah, absolutely. That's just how it works. No, Mike, we don't drink Coors Light here. We drink Hop and Barrel.
Yep. I mean, do I love Coors Light? Yes.
Yeah, Coors Light's good.
It is good.
I like Coors Light.
So I got a little something that can get us spitballing here.
Uh-oh.
So almost all of our plots are in. Trying to think. We've got, every spot is planted except for one spot on the land, which a couple weekends ago when Marcus came down and helped me, we brushed out the radix. The horseshoe is tilled. Or mowed and tilled now. It is ready to get planted. The only thing I've ever planted in it is no BS. It's borderline. It's heavier than partial sun. It gets good sun, but it does get some periods of shade.
Parts of it are shaded, yeah.
What I love about it is we never even tilled it up and replanted it last year. So this was 2-year-old, no BS, and the clover and chicory in there was nuts.
Why did you till it up?
Mainly because our 10 acres of corn got crushed, and we just wanted to get some fresh stuff. There was a lot of weeds in there too. So
just curious.
It's time to till it up. It's time to put something new in. That's what I don't know.
Hall pass?
My initial thought
illicit
was Big Sexy.
I mean, it is the OG.
I know. We didn't really plant a lot of Big Sexy at the land.
It's kind of funny. Neither one of us, for being the best or number one selling product we have, neither one of us have planted much Big Sexy in the last couple of years.
I'm putting it in.
You should. I think Big Sexy deserves it.
Big Sexy is a great mix.
Maybe that's why you never kill any deer, because you don't plant Big Sexy.
That's what I'm saying.
Everybody else plants it, shoots deer, and we get pictures of it.
Yeah.
We don't plant it. We don't shoot deer.
Problem solved. All right, I'm putting it in. We'll maybe get a little video action. We're gonna go and play a little hooky on Friday and take some PTO, and I'm gonna go down there and
a little 4-day weekend for the Tim Bob.
I need a 4-day weekend. I'm gonna try and do a little fishing, and
we're gonna get the only rain in the last 40 days on September 7th. So I know August 20th is my favorite day to plant, and if you listen to me, I apologize because it hasn't rained.
Yep.
September 6th is my new favorite day to plant.
Because it's going to rain on the 7th.
In theory, yeah. And then when the 7th comes and goes, then I will apologize again. And then I'm going to say September 9th, because the 10th is the next day it's supposed to rain. And at that point, I'm just going to quit guessing.
I just don't know that. I mean, I wish we could be weathermen.
Yeah.
Okay. They're never, you look out and it's 11% chance, 12%. They're just pulling that out of their ass. Give me some, I need to know.
Yeah, I wish it worked that way. Wouldn't that be nice?
Yeah.
It'd be so nice if you just, whoopsie, what did I just do here? I was going to look. We've got if you didn't see it, I apologize. But we got another little giveaway this week. If you're on our page today, dropping some questions. Timmy and I like to do it. There's probably 50 of them. So we'll answer a few of them, and then I'll try to come back in the next couple days and answer any we miss. But we're going to pick 2 random winners, give away something. Not sure what yet. We'll figure it out. But it's kind of a fun way to just try to answer some questions through the jibber jabber.
Yeah. Well, we can answer one live here for Jeff. He just asked it. Have you ever had one seed choke out another seed? Absolutely. Specifically when you're dealing with brassicas, Jeff, because you can still get a lot of top growth out of your turnips, your radish, and stuff like that. But if you crowd your plants too tight together, you're not going to get those big bulbs. And that's where we always hype less is more, especially with the small seed stuff. I feel like Green Machine, no BS, you can get away with seed rate a little bit just because it's got the oats and stuff in there to separate it. But a big time issue that a lot of people run into with brassicas is they put the seed down. This jug plants a half acre. It's a lot more than you think it is, and a lot of people think they're planting in a half acre and it's a quarter acre, and they put the whole thing of seed down, and then they come back and it looks like a green carpet when it's germinating, and then your plants don't have enough room to fully develop, and they're competing. I would highly recommend what we started doing with all of our plots is measure them out on Onyx, and it tells you how much you actually have, and then I try and portion out the seed, because I'm guilty of it still, because you cannot see a lot of the like rape, kale, even your purple top turnips. You can't see it once it hits the dirt, so then you keep going back over it and adding more seed. So yeah, definitely you can choke out your other seeds.
All right, I'm going to try to answer 4 questions in the amount of time it took to me to answer 1. Ready? All right.
Just trying to be thorough.
I'm not saying you weren't. I'm just.
Jeff probably appreciated it. Now you're insulting him because you're insulting me.
Jeff, don't take it the wrong way. I was insulting Tim, not you. Your question was great. His answer was great, just long-winded. All right, Ben, can hot chick be mixed in and planted with fall plots?
Yes.
There you go. I'm going to be thorough like Timmy. Actually, hot chick and comeback can both be planted with other plots, and we love to do it. We've got a mix called Sugar Mama where we do it. Planting and establishing perennials in the fall is fantastic because they can root up, establish, you forget about them, and in the spring, you've got a perfect plot of clovers and chicories. They're really a second-year plant. So planting them in the fall with a nurse crop, one of our other brassica mixes, is perfect. Harley Moe, can I spray liquid courage even though it's dry? So Harley, you actually sent me a photo yesterday or today of your showstopper plot, which is in Dunn County, is doing amazing considering you haven't had any rain, and it was dripping wet with dew. So what I would recommend is if you do use liquid courage, spray it early in the morning when there's dew on those plants. As they soak in the dew, they'll soak in the liquid courage. Don't spray it when it's gonna be 100 degrees and they're super hot and stressed. Your plants do not look stressed, judging by the photo, so you can go for it. And last but not least, when do you normally see deer eating the brassicas in green machine? After heavy frost or any time? I'm gonna say any time, Jason, but it's based on when you plant it. Brassicas, as true in any mix, not just green machine, are eaten based on plant maturity levels. So the later you plant it, the earlier they're gonna eat it. The earlier you plant it, the later they're gonna eat it. So when you plant it can dictate when deer are gonna eat it.
I do want to hit on, this whole establishing perennials in the fall. It's becoming a bit of a trend, especially for us here in kind of west central Wisconsin, that we've had drought for the last 3 summers, and the best plot that we have right now is last year's Sugar Mama, that all that clover was coming back up, and then I went in and frost seeded and added some fresh clover to it. We've mowed it 3 total times now. There's 8 deer. It's right out in front of our cabin. There's 8 deer out there 2 nights ago, and it's the best looking plot we have right now on the land. Mm-hmm. And it helps you in some of these years because it's already established. They have major good root systems. They're absorbing a lot of that dew. Way easier to have a nice plot when it was established in the fall. We had good rain this spring. It really helped them take off. But it's something to consider if you have never done it. And you're always battling this drought, they still hammer clover chicory plots. There's just no doubt about it. They love it, and especially after you mow it, they come in and they're nipping that fresh growth. Can't say enough about the importance of mixing more perennials in, which we've been guilty of not having enough.
Absolutely.
This year we said no, we're going to convert and continue to convert more of them into it, and that's where some of those mixes like our Sugar Mama, No BS, that one will come up. Hall Pass, that'll come up next year. So something to think about here this year even.
It's also too, and I am not a land consultant by any means, but we have a lot of folks call in and we help every single person that asks, what should I do? What should I plant on my property? And I always try to encourage people to plant half of it in perennials for a couple of reasons. Say you've got an acre you're planting on your property, you've got a 40-acre property. Ooh. We're getting a new roof on here. That's nice. So say you have an acre that you're going to plant. A couple things. Once you establish those perennials, you've got year-round food. It's not something you're tilling up and replanting every single year. And I think, and I've seen a bunch of it this year, and I think I've just noticed it more, the amount of attraction and food and palatability and green forage really late into the season that those offer, I think we take for granted. I've had so many people ask me I planted hot chicken. I am amazed how many deer are in it. And it's yeah, and during the fall it's going to be the same. And I don't think we give those perennials enough credit for being a hunt plot, not just a food plot. So I think we've done a better job here this year about getting people to incorporate it more. But again, it's an asset that's going to save you money in the long run, feed more deer in the long run, get you through a year of drought like this in the long run. So we love our brassicas. We're always going to plant them, but adding some perennials to that program is going to benefit you in the long run. So
here's a question from Bob.
What's Bob got to say?
Green machine planting this week, semi-sun in the woods. No rain for the next 10 days, but soil is damp. Will light disc soil and light disc seed in?
Bob, help me out here.
We might need some more in there.
Are you asking or telling? Are you looking for advice or giving it?
Soil's damp.
Which is good.
If he light discs it.
Green machine can handle semi-sun.
And then,
are you going to disc the seed in? Is that what he's asking?
Yeah, I went light disc.
Careful there.
I went light disc the seed in.
Can you cover it a quarter inch or less? Sorry, we're stepping on each other on this answer, but
we had a similar issue this weekend. I was down at my wife's family farm, and it's in Buffalo County. They have great soil, and her dad went up and roughed it all up, but there's kind of ridges and stuff. He didn't rototill it. I forget what tool he used. He's got a bunch of that big farming equipment, but I was concerned because it was so dusty up there. I mean, even down there, it's just so dry, and I was worried about going in and cultipacking it after planting, because just with some of how the ridges were, like some of those seeds are just going to get buried too deep. So I think if you could disc it, and if you could go in and you could drag it, then apply your seed, and then potentially go in and like light drag it again or something like that. I think if you try and disc it in again, you're going to go too deep.
Yeah, I agree. I was going to answer Chad's question.
That was a weird sneeze.
But I
wish we had a mute button. I could just not sneeze all over these people.
You're
but
holding it. It's like,
well, it's just the first one sounded like I was 14 again. It's my bad. I think I have one more coming, but again, sorry, no mute button.
That was awesome. This question's so long that we'll have to look at that one later. It's also very in depth. Like, Chad must be a cell fertilizer. It's incredibly he's very complex question. I think it's less of a question and more.
That's way too many words for me. If he included some pictures in there, it would be better for me. That's like 3 to 4 paragraphs.
That's impressive. Colin got on here, which is good.
When are the hats coming out?
What hats?
The hats that we're wearing.
They're kind of neat, aren't they?
This is our new Shetty collection, and we're just kind of testing a few things out. Jake and Spency came up with and Sammy came up with this concept, and
what do you think? Is it kind of cool?
They're pretty sweet. If people like them, we can certainly make them available. But as of right now, I'm just gonna keep wearing this one. And
yeah.
You know, I came in today though, and they're like, "Oh, it's a test hat," and we only got 6 of them, and they're all gone. And they try and fire me up when I get here, and I was certainly fired up.
We try to light a fire under you, you know.
But I still have one, so now I'm good. And I'm the only one in the shop with a wolf shirt, so.
Also true. And we will not be launching those anytime soon, for anyone wondering.
Ooh, what about the Wolfie line?
Ooh.
Jake?
As part of the Shetty collection, we go the Wolfie. Kind of like an outline.
If Riley is here, he'd be on board.
He would be on board.
Yeah.
We can say that because he can't hear us right now. We should be making all sorts of fun of him, but we can't.
Yeah, he's not here.
He's out elk hunting and we're not.
Yeah, good. Yeah, for 14 days.
He could make fun of us and it would make more sense. I mean, anybody else headed out west here soon? I mean, we are a bunch of flatlanders over here, but it's nice to get out west every once in a while. If you are, let us know where you're going. Colin wants one, but he wants it black. We don't have those. Actually, we do. We do have black ones.
Okay.
Those are pretty slick. All right, let's answer.
Chris Worthing says hi. His plot, his incognito, all around that plot. I saw your picture you posted today. That sucker looks mint. And his incognito was probably a little over waist high. Perfect time to go hit it with some urea. That thing's going to shoot up here in the next like few weeks. It's like get that established as it starts to grow up, go in and hit it with urea, and it's like prime time. That's what's going to help it really start to shoot up fast.
Oh yeah, once it's established, that urea. Hello.
Is it urea or urea?
I call it urea. Urea?
Like My Maria.
Yes.
I actually sang that song to Mel.
Oh, God.
This last weekend at the bar. She was not impressed. I have a pregnant wife, and she was stone sober, and I had a couple of crews.
I guess somebody just said it's raining right now. What?
Is it raining here?
I just saw it, and now I lost it, and now I'm upset. He just says raining in Osceola.
Mike Gibson.
Mikey. Send some our way, bro. Put a bunch of big gulp buckets out that you just bought and collect the rain for us, and you can pour it on our plots. I know that our buddies at Hightown were asking for if we sold a big gulp of rain.
That would be nice.
We don't, Corey. We don't.
Well, and you need...
As it turns out, you need 517,000 of them.
37,000 gallons of rain covers a football field to an inch.
Yeah.
That is nuts.
Yikes.
Tom Inderbro and I were talking about that this weekend, and he's like, yeah, I'm thinking about, trying to water some of them. And I said, I tried a similar thing with a 200-gallon tank, and when I told him how much rain comes, basically the equivalent of a little over an acre is 37,000 gallons of water.
It's insane.
For an inch of rain.
Yeah.
It is asinine.
That's why we need some rain. Uh-oh.
Can I help you, Sam?
Uh-oh.
27?
Yeah.
Yeah, 27,000. 37, 27, it's a rounding error. You're talking tens of thousands of gallons.
If you listened to our episode last time, Timmy's strong suit isn't math. or science or English.
I do pretty good with my words.
Yeah, okay. You're kind of a wordsmith. All right, which of the cereal grain-based blends do y'all recommend for southern plots? Honestly, Chase, love No BS, Green Machine, and Hall Pass down south. The way we kind of integrate the clovers and the grains or the brassicas and the grains, gosh, they work great. Obviously down there it's a September, October time frame you're going to plant them, but any of those three are fantastic, and don't overlook Bombshell as well. With the dry weather we are having in Wisconsin, what are you doing to help these plots reach their potential? I wish I had a great answer to that, Troy. I don't want to blow smoke up your skirt. If it ain't raining, there ain't much I can do about it. I mean, thankfully, not to try to sell you on something, but we've sprayed some Dirty Deeds on some of our plots, and I don't know. I mean, over time we'll be able to tell you better because they've only had one or two applications, but the plots at the Proving Grounds are looking pretty darn good.
And all of them got Dirty Deeds.
So that soil is as sandy and as...
If you grabbed it and threw it up, it would be a dust.
Absolutely.
I mean, you go across the field right now, it's just a dust bowl.
So, I mean, Dirty Deeds is one of those things that over time is going to help your soil retain more moisture, your roots develop better. I mean, look up humic acid. Just to put it simply, look up humic acid and its benefit to plants. And it's incredible what it does, locking or bonding nutrients, allowing plants to absorb it. So that's one thing you can do. But at the end of the day, plants need rain. I mean, if they get rain and germinate and start growing, a couple weeks of dew can keep them alive. But over time, they're just going to need rain. So, I mean, we're praying, we're dancing. We've used our Dirty Deeds. And if push comes to shove and we don't see another rain for 30 days, we're going to use some Hall Pass.
I mean,
at the end of the day, where's that big bad boy? It's the world's best backup plan. So, Hall Pass is one of those things that even in Wisconsin, you could plant that thing up until October 1st. I mean, those grains will grow in 50-degree temps. Those brassicas are going to grow fast. The clovers will grow and be established for next spring. So it's our backup plan, and I'm probably going to go into a couple spots here Labor Day weekend and maybe fill in some areas that are not grown because it hasn't rained. So that's an option for you. I wish I had better advice, honestly. Yeah. I mean, without rain, it's just a challenge, and thankfully we're all fighting the battle together.
Yeah, I mean, looking at ours, we had I don't know, 8 to 10 acres of corn, and all of our corn got hit by hail. And we like to leave some corn standing. We like to use it for access into the lower field where we got our muddy, the big field, and none of it's cobbing out. I mean, it got crushed. Well, that means that the stretch all around us did too. So all these ag fields that were there, those farmers that are taking their insurance claims, like we're not doing an insurance claim, we planted for the deer. So what we've been doing is just going at that and taking some out. We like to leave some of that standing corn. It's a good break. But like down the middle of it in certain areas, we're just tilling more areas. Haul pass is a really good option for that. And you're still going to provide a bunch of great late season food, but you're also going to provide good early season benefit. I mean, all of our plots right now that are 3 to 4 weeks old are starting to just get tons of deer starting to hit.
Oh yeah.
Especially like a green machine. Once those winter peas start coming up, they just hammer them.
That's the first thing that gets. Oh,
I don't know why I got a bug in my throat tonight.
that's all right. That's all right. I'm gonna take this one because he's kind of calling me out on it, and I think it's fair. So I'll take it. I'll take the heat.
I like this.
On one of your older podcasts, one of you, that would be me, stated that August 20th is the ideal date to plant. I tried to match that and actually beat it by 2 days. Hell of a guy there, Chris. I like you. Over the last 10 days since I planted, there has not been one drop of rain. And Mike, you are an idiot. I added that part. No sign of rain for the next 2 weeks. Apparently August 20th was the wrong date this year, huh? I'm hoping for that seed is just laying on the ground waiting for rain, and my only issue is delayed crop. However, is there a chance my big sexy spurling died? What are your thoughts? By the way, I'm in Polk County. I'm in St. Croix. Nice to meet you, Chris. And I apologize. I actually omitted that comment from last week and changed it to September 6th. That's my favorite day. But honestly, Chris, my guess is those plants did not germinate and have not died. I'm not sure what you planted into, if it's bare dirt, if it's exposed, or if it's a no-till scenario. Timmy's allergic to beer, apparently.
Allergies.
Yeah. So likely those seeds are sitting there dormant. It hasn't been 100 and sunny every single day, so they're not going to get completely burned up. I got to think those seeds are dormant, waiting for rain, and hopefully they can hang out till September 7th when it does rain, at which point they should germinate and grow. And while it might be a little behind, you're still going to have 40 to 60 days of growing, and you might be surprised if we can actually get some rain, what that big sexy can do. So my apologies. Never listen to me again when it comes to guessing the weather. I still do like August 20th though. I
did take a meteorology class in college.
Oh, God.
It was in my undergrad. I got a C+. So it was pretty good.
I feel like that's probably above average. I mean, what do they say? D's get degrees?
D's do get degrees. I didn't get a lot of D's.
No?
Mainly just math.
I saw one here wanted to answer. It asked about mixing or plant. Here, can you mix your products with other companies' seeds? My plots are kind of spotty. Is there a seed of yours I can go back and throw it on without dragging it in? Absolutely, you can. They will not fight each other, so you're safe there. I don't know what your plot looks like, but if it's if you got some gaps, Green Machine's a good overseed option. Alyssa, I mean, really anything in front of us. Those tiny seeds work their way down into the soil, little rain, and voila.
One thing about that too is like sometimes some of the best brassica plots we've had have looked a little spotty when they first start coming in.
Fair, yeah. I mean, if that's 1 or 2 weeks in, pump the brakes. Agreed. If you're a month and a half in, you probably fill her in a little bit.
Yeah, if your plants are like starting to get 5-6 inches tall and you're really starting to see what you got, like, yeah, you can definitely. But if they're still really small, I mean, these plants, I mean, from one of these small seeds here in illicit, those plants get huge. So and they will fill up that ground faster than you think. So again, on the overseeding thing, yes, you can go in and do it, but just be cautious of these plants are going to fill in quite a bit.
It's probably the hardest thing to become an expert at, and I hate the E word. The fact that these tiny little seeds grow a big giant ass plant, and when you're planting it, it's really hard to. I mean, Jake's gotten better at it. right? It feels like you just underseeded and you nailed it. And when you feel like you nailed it, you overseeded.
Yep.
It's just tiny plant or tiny seed, giant plant. So I mean, it's tricky, especially with human nature, where more is always better, and that's not the case here. So yeah, it's something you'll have to continue to work on year after year. I'm gonna nail 3 in a row, Timmy, and then you can go.
All right, I got a cough.
How? This guy.
Yeah, we need rain because that's why
Yeah,
my
a lot of
allergies.
dust in there.
Yeah. Well, it would help if Sam would dust his office. I went in there today.
Yeah,
It was.
I hear you.
A clean shop is a happy shop. That's what Jake always
See,
says.
there you go. And now I know why Tim nurses beards. It's because he's allergic.
Gosh dang.
I love it, Dan. Thank you. Oh, Jake's late to the party, but he's at the party. That's the important part, you know? Oh, Corey Jeffries. Sorry to get sidetracked here. He's got one of the coolest big sexy plots I have ever seen. We've posted videos of it where he's like up in a tree. There's like 6 bucks in there just chowing down on big sexy. Mm-hmm. So good. Corey, thanks for the mugs. You're the man. I planted everything earlier this year in hopes to grab an early rainfall. And fortunately, it worked in my favor. I love Corey. He's so smart. Next year, we'll have Corey on. He can tell us what his favorite day to plant is.
Yeah, we're not trusting Mike anymore.
Yeah, I'm not the guy. And then there's Stewie. Everything Stewie grows works. You know, honestly.
The old green thumb.
The guy's just a green thumb. He's got soccer ball-sized turnips. Last year he did have one the size of his head, which was pretty amazing. That was actually a rutabaga, but same thing.
He's got a pretty good sized melon on him.
Well, I mean, he's probably a 7.5.
It's a pretty good size.
That's average, right? Heads are getting bigger these days. And Brandon Trowbridge, that guy's plots are stupid good. We've been posting updates every week on his. He planted July 9th. So I'm an idiot. That's pretty much what we determined tonight.
It's just nice to see the tables turn.
You know?
We're going to continue, with your guys' help, we can continue to turn the tables on Mike. I feel like I've been the butting end of the joke for too long.
Well, that's not going to, you got to fucking, whoop.
It's a nice shirt.
Nobody heard that. It's a wolf shirt.
It's nice. It's plural. Wolves. There's 2 wolves.
Is that W-O-L-F-S? Wolves?
Wolves.
Or is it wolves?
Pretty sure it's wolves. Tables. See how he tried to tilt it back my way? Somebody take a jab at him.
All right, I'm going to go 3 zingers.
One man wolf pack. Thank you, Jake.
Over here. All right, how late is too late for seeding a fall plot in western Wisconsin with a lack of rain? Is there a date you wouldn't plant after? October 15th. That probably shocked you a little bit there, Derek, huh? You got plenty of time, man, honestly. And you need rain. So my buddy Josh was in here today. He gave me a shirt and I wore it tonight. Retriever Roadmap. Josh Miller, good dude. And he was like, man, dude, I'm way behind planting my plots. It's like, it hasn't rained in 30 days. What's the difference? So he's going to plant his September 6th, my new favorite day. But honestly, you've got plenty of time, more time than you think. And you've got options: Green Machine, No BS, Big Sexy, Hall Pass, Smackdown, Showstopper. They all grow fast. And if you get way late, then Green Machine and Hall Pass become the 2 because of the grains and what they have. I mean, those grains can mature or germinate in 50-degree soil temps. So that's why I said October 15th to get something going. So you got time. Look at the weather and try to do your best. If you can, prep the plot and get it ready. So when it does rain, if you have the chance to somehow get out there and seed it beforehand, do it. Reed, I kind of answered that question unless you live somewhere else. A lot of places in the south, I mean, we haven't thought about planting down there yet. So September, October are kind of your time frame. So you got plenty of time if that's where you are. Best time to spray liquid courage once plants are 4 to 6 inches tall in the morning. Early morning when there's a dew is fantastic. And like I said, Matt, 4 to 6 inches tall. You want to have enough plant surface area for the plants to be able to absorb through their leaves and stem. Remember, Dirty Deeds goes on the dirt. Liquid Courage goes on the actual plant. So that might help you a little bit. and it's a hell of a product. I saw Jason put on here too. It does help plants with stress because it feeds them the nutrients they may lack. Just make sure you don't spray it midday when it's 110 degrees out in full sun. You're going to stress them. You could burn them. I mean, it is a fertilizer at the end of the day, even though it's liquid. So that's why we like to do early morning would do. I remember Timmy was out there last fall when we did our plot day, and we took pictures of like doing the plants, and it was early in the morning that they were soaking wet.
Yep.
It'll start absorbing right away. All right, Timmy, I'll let you go. And yes, you were planting Josh's plots. That is correct. That's like Timmy taking credit for planting his plots.
Well,
apologies.
Technically, I planted a few of them this year, but Jeff's been going crazy.
Jeff is the farmer. Sammy, can you do me a favor? Gas tank's getting a little empty.
Same for me. And I got a scratchy throat. I keep coughing.
I got 20 minutes left, and I need just to top her off.
My problem is like we need rain because we need this pollen or whatever.
The pollen.
We walked the new lot.
Culprit.
You know what the sad thing is the lot we bought that has bigger bucks on it than my land.
You want to sign your lease over?
I already told Jake he could hunt it this year. And
we'll take the 120. You can have your 5 acres. We'll turn that around.
Probably.
Well, hey, interesting, huh? That's interesting. Travis, every time I spray liquid courage on a plot, within 2 days the deer start pounding it. It is an instant boost. And if you add sugar to it, it feeds those microbes, and it's a really instant boost. Steve Prescott. How's it going, man? You're all over this thing. Talk to me, brother.
Who's Tejas?
I don't know what I'm jealous of.
Shout to Tejas, Whitetail Nation.
Is he a bot or is he real? I don't mean that in an offensive manner.
I don't know what that means.
I don't either. Anywho.
We got a light hopping barrel.
Which is good. We got to thank Hoppin' Barrel again at some point. There he is. All right, cool.
But are you
welcome
really,
to the show, Steve? Brad, no, you didn't answer or miss the answers to the Facebook questions. We answered probably 20 of them, so we got 37 more to go. We should give one away. Sammy, put it in your randomizer. I love it. Thanks for joining us, Steve. I appreciate it, man. Where are you from? Texas, I saw, maybe? Love to get some new faces on here. All right, Timmy, what's the first person going to win, and who is it? Who is it first?
Stephen Hogan.
Stephen Hogan.
Where's Stephen Hogan live?
Maybe we should answer his question. Let's see. Stephen Hogan. Unless we don't like it, then we won't answer it. It's fair, right? How many weeks after planting should you wait to put down liquid courage? All right, Steve, I like it. I'm not going to go by weeks, but more inches.
So 4
to 6 inches.
Where does he live?
Plant growth. Steve, I don't know.
This is going to determine his price.
Yeah, but he might not be live. He doesn't have to be live.
Well, all you got to do is click into his profile. I'll do it here on your phone.
It doesn't work that way.
What?
No, it doesn't work. See? I could block him. I don't want to do that.
No, don't do that.
Yeah. All right, Timmy.
All right, he's going to get...
What's he going to win? If he doesn't like it, he can send it back.
He's going to get a brand new limited edition...
Oh, boy.
Shetty camel hat.
Oh, shit. That's the only one in distribution.
He's getting one.
He lives in Orlando, hunts in Western North Carolina, and he is now the man.
You now have the only one outside of our crew.
One of one.
The Shetty camo hat.
That was a ballsy move there. That's a 101.
Yep.
Whoa.
It's all yours.
Wow.
Sorry, Jake.
Wow. Wow. Now Cam doesn't get one.
There's more in there.
All right, Steve. Send us a message. We'll send you a custom hat. Thanks for listening. We appreciate it, man. And here in a minute, we'll give another one away. Whew.
Ooh, another hat?
Well, I don't know about that. Although maybe we should give another hat away.
Who wants a Shetty hat?
Here's what you got to do. You got to be live, and you got to quote hashtag Shetty. Hashtag Shetty in the comments. In 15 minutes, we'll pick a winner. Might as well send out number 2 of 2.
And they got to still be on before we end when we pick the winner. All you have to do is comment on the live feed, #Sheddy.
Oh, we got one #Sheddy. Another one. Oh, here we go.
And we will pick. The winner.
Pretty awesome.
If you're not on and you don't reply within 30 seconds, then you forfeit, and then I get the hat.
Boom. Whoa. All right. We'll let it go here for a bit. Everybody wants the Sheddy hats. I like it.
Dwayne, you got a #Sheddy.
Sheddy.
Not me.
Sheddy for Shed Dog. That one doesn't count. Spencer's disqualified.
Well,
He's DQ'd. He doesn't get one. Ooh, Shed T. I like that too.
the old shed dog didn't find any sheds this
The
year.
old dog ain't much of a dog.
Whoopsie daisy.
Oh, golly gee. Look at Austin. That's pretty cool. Nice little spot there. You got a ton of germ there. And that is super shaded. I'll be honest, that's really impressive. That plow would be really awesome spring seeded with Hot Chick. That's pretty incredible. Green Machine is cold weather tolerant, but at what temperature does it stop growing? Each plant is different. That's based on soil temperatures. So, I mean, the rye and the oats in there are going to grow at much colder soil temps than your winter peas will. That's the beauty of that mix, that as the season progresses, deer are going to feed their way through it. Earlier, Timmy mentioned planted that Green Machine plot is 3 weeks old. The deer are hammering it. They're eating those little winter peas, which they're going to eat in the first probably 10 inches. The same thing happened to Jake in his little plot. They were taking pictures of it and had a bunch of like 5-inch tall winter peas that likely are no longer with us. Those deer are going to just come in there and seek those out, which can be really cool about that mix. I mean, your dad probably killed a buck because of it. And when they planted it, how it grew, and how those deer reacted to it. They're going to eat throughout the plot. Deer don't get enough credit.
Yeah.
For how freaking good they are at surviving, but also knowing what they need when they need it. Like, somebody the other day was like, man, I had deer just crushing my plots, and the last 2 weeks I haven't seen them. It's because it's been really dry and the acorns dropped.
Yep.
And
there's a ton of acorns. Right, we're having like a bumper crop this year.
Because it's been so dry, those oaks are stressed, so they're going to drop those acorns earlier. And deer know that unlike a plant, an acorn exists until it doesn't.
Yep.
When those suckers drop, they're on them. They're going to eat them till they're gone, and they're going to come back to your plots because they know it's present, they know it exists, they know it's there. Just like beans, they're going to eat those greens until they're brown. They're like, oh, no, don't like that anymore. Going to go something else. And then, so deer don't get nearly enough credit for how incredibly intelligent they are. And when we hunt deer, we get so stressed out about it. And we're like, man, this deer just keeps fooling me. That's because if it loses, it dies.
Yep.
If you lose, you go home, hang out, and go hunting the next day. So I think we got to give those things more credit. I don't know where I was going with that or how I got down that.
That was kind of a long
rabbit hole
thing.
But somebody asked me a question, I'm sure.
You know what's funny is Chris Hansen, he's on #Sheddy. He's
trying to the one that was making fun of me?
No, Chris is the one that
Chris yelled at me.
Is making fun of me because he's the high school wrestling coach at Hudson.
Oh, he was the one that said you obviously haven't gone on any matches because there's no 103-pound class?
Yeah.
Sorry, Chris.
But with his help, I could have been the best.
Nobody's help could have gotten you to be the best.
Yeah, I wimped out too early.
I am convinced that Hulk Hogan couldn't have got you to freaking win more than 10 matches in your high school career. No offense, Chris.
I just disagree respectfully. I was right there. I was ready.
But I'm convinced that back in my day, which is 2003, when they had the 103-pound class, you could have got to state by wrestling about 4 matches a year. Because the other team never had a 103-pounder.
That would have been perfect for me.
Would have been perfect for you. Timmy with a record of 26-4 in his 5th match ever against. Wait, what?
It's fine.
Never won a match. But he's 26.
I'm the guy who gets a lot of the ribbons, but they come with the asterisks next to it because it's just like
he's 26-4. He's only wrestled 4 matches.
It's like what's his name with the arm? Not Ken Griffey. What? Mark McGuire. Yes. Yeah. How about this? So, Domain. We've been supporting Shot for Hope since day one, and they took Ben out today, and Ben is from Richland Center down in south central Wisconsin, and our buddy Brandon was the one who nominated Ben for the hunt, and they got selected, and they are out, and he killed a slammer bull this morning. We got pics. If you don't follow Shop for Hope, go check out their page. They're out at Rocky Mountain Elk Ranch, and 331-inch bull.
Just a slammer. That's awesome.
So super cool for Ben, and super cool for that organization. Their biggest challenge is they don't have enough hunters.
Isn't that crazy? They can't find enough kids because idiots like us don't spread the word and tell people to nominate their kid.
Yeah, I would go.
There's plenty of children out there that could benefit from that hunt. So that's on us.
His whole family's out there. It looks like just an awesome time. They'll be at the banquet probably this year.
You know what I love about them too? Day one, smashes him. I ain't fucking waiting for that.
First day, he says, I'm done.
Yeah.
Guy's just a killer.
I think 330 inches is pretty easy to smash on day one.
No, it's not. I can tell you that. But, it...
No, I mean, if you see it, it's not like, I don't know if I'm going to shoot it or not. Shooter. That's what I meant.
Thing gets schwacked.
Oh, that's what I meant. Like, yeah.
250 plus.
Night.
Getting schwacked.
Yeah.
It's like me with I say I'm going to go 140 inch plus, 135 walks through. Yikes. Good night. But then I'm you just got to temper that because you got to be careful how early you slip the string. You don't want to sit. You don't want to shoot one on an opener and go.
Why?
What would Jake? You don't hunt. What would Jake do if he killed one on the first day of season?
Be sane the rest of the fall.
No, he wouldn't.
Pretty pleasant around.
Do you know how nuts he'd be?
Do you know how nuts he is when he doesn't kill a deer?
I know it, probably tenfold.
No, absolutely not.
There's no way he's normal if he kills one.
He's not normal anyways.
Good point.
I'd like to see Jake kill an opener. I think he'd be a more sane human. I'm just saying, that guy's what I love about the
See, Chris says, would have been a champ with me. He sees my build.
He's just trying to...
He saw what he had in me.
I don't know what he sees. 103 pounds is all he sees.
Technically, I was 96 when I came into high school. I would have been perfect.
You're the only wrestler to ever bulk up. Hit their weight class.
They're like, oh, you cutting weight? I'm like, no.
I'm trying to get to 103 today. Eating cheeseburgers.
Oh, shit. Well, we've got I think our... Go ahead.
Well, no, we've got 2 giveaways still.
We've got a bunch of Shetties. Should I slide through here and find one?
Well, first we're going to give away 2 bags of Bad Habit to hopefully somebody that can use it or wants to use it. Sammy, from the comments section on the post today, please randomly select a winner in your randomizer. And we'll give away 2 bags of Bad Habit. And then we'll flip to the Shetty one and try to populate all those names, which Sam is working on as well.
Corey Russi asked me. He's the one who gave us the badass race sign.
We got a race car. We got a new race car in here, kind of.
Any chance you're wearing New Balance shoes to go along with that shirt? Apparently, no, because Mel looked at them for my Father's Day gift, and they're like over $100 now. I think TikTok made New Balances like the bee's knees.
We still got the Shetties coming in, so let's give that a hot minute. But pick the double Bad Habits. Sandy, throw it into your randomizer. Who we got?
Jason Ratliff, if you're listening,
send us a message. You've won 2 bags of Bad Habit. Throw your address in our inbox on Facebook, and we'll send it to you. Thanks for playing. I think I answered his question today, too, which is great. Austin Parker, I'm really curious where you live and what you're trying to do, because I want to answer your question. What seed would you recommend to be mixed with corn? We have some options. Mother load with corn is incredible, but I just want to make sure I know what you're trying to do first. Or if you're trying to overseed into corn, which can work, but it depends on the width of the rows. Illicit, Green Machine, Hall Pass all work in that scenario. So I don't want to answer your question incorrectly. And a lot of these other ones we'll get to here. What is your go-to seed for mid to late September in PA? Planting it in mid to late September in PA, either Green Machine or Hall Pass would be my recommendation, probably in PA. Are you guys coming back to the Wisconsin Deer and Turkey Expo next year? Abso-freaking-lutely will be there. Whole squad will be there, full force, ready to rip. Hopefully we'll see their Rex.
Get some Beers and Bucks t-shirts.
Yeah,
rocking.
We'll have some of those there, absolutely. We'll get to all the rest of these here at some point. What's your all-time favorite domain mix? Timmy, go.
No BS.
Yeah, we knew that was coming. That's why I asked. Green Machine for me.
Let's rate the crowd here. Jake,
what's your favorite all-time? He's going to say Green Machine. He's got a hard on for that right now.
I like Green Machine.
It's good. It's so freaking good. Cammy?
Sugar Mama.
Sugar
Mama!
Yay! That should be everybody's favorite.
I
Sambo?
love Sugar Mama.
You can't pick one that somebody else picked.
Bombshell.
I like Bombshell a lot. I really like when you mix it with Hot Chick too. Whew, that's really good.
Yep.
So good. All right, that was easy. What else we got here? Is there a best time to spread egg lime on an established plot? I'd prefer to do it in the winter or the early spring. I mean, you can do it as it's growing. Kevin has this incredible second-year Hot Chick plot that I need to share at some point. He texted it to me. It's so awesome. He planted it last year in like March. Sent me a picture like a month later and had like 6 feet of water on it. It was literally the Mississippi River. In August, he sent it again. He's like, oh my God, this thing's a foot tall. It's the most incredible thing ever. Then again, this year, he's like, Mike, I've never seen anything like it. The Hot Chick is just exploding. If we have an unsung hero,
It's Hot Chick.
I tell you what, that thing doesn't get, doesn't get enough love.
One of the first years, and I think we talked about this on the last one when our buddy Nate put it in.
Oh, yeah.
And the thing just got flooded out, and we're like, ooh. And he's like, yeah, I think we got like 4 inches of rain. And then he went back like 2 weeks later, and he's just like, it's a Hot Chick Rager. Sends us this video. We got to resurface that one. It's so good.
It was awesome. I mean, it looked like his plot got leveled by a tornado. He just got wiped out by water. And then the next week it was just like,
It was so mean.
It was literally like just screaming for, you know how those plots, like, they kind of get beat up by the rain, then they find the sun and they like stand up. That whole thing was just like,
Can you imagine if you were in there when that happened? Like they're just it would have been intimidating. I probably would have peed a little.
Well, he might have too.
He probably did.
He
probably peed.
did.
He's a big boy. Like
he probably didn't.
He wasn't really scared. He probably peed out of excitement. I'm always scared. So if you've heard any of the stories about our Kentucky trips, I'm kind of like the guy that's always walking on pins and needles. Not this year though. I've turned a new leaf. I'm going to be tough down there. That's all I got.
I'm going to be tough.
I'm going to be tough. They can't get me with their stories and the frickin' what was that tree?
The donkey tree.
The donkey tree. Yeah. Apparently, I was sitting there like
you were half mile from the donkey tree. The donkey tree's on the main road.
It's close enough, Mike.
I mean, you're on a haunted farm, intentionally.
Yeah, nothing like hunting the oldest plantation in Kentucky. It's a sweet farm.
Brian sent me a few pictures. He's got so many big deer.
Guess who gets first dibs?
Wow,
I'm the only one in the group that hasn't flung an arrow yet.
So September 1's their opener, so those guys get first dibs here on Friday.
Yeah, but in our group,
there's so many big deer on camera right now.
I've got a little deal going with him.
And then it's Timmy, you've had first dibs like every time. I've taken the freaking butthole stand every single year.
Okay, you want to talk about that for a second? Let's rewind here.
I do.
Let's rewind here.
Oh, Timmy. Who's going to sit the pond? The pond's a guarantee you're going to kill a deer. Timmy sits there all week. Sees 14 shooters, shoots none of them.
2 shooters. I could have killed one and then a bull.
So I get to my tree stand year 1, and nobody's ever been in it.
Do you want to talk about the squirrel nest I cleared out of mine this year? Like, you act like they're sending me into they're escorting me in.
Come to find out, Brian didn't tell me, but I was batting clean. I was batting backstop. I was playing catcher, whatever you want to call it. All the deer walked past Jake.
You're 2 for 2.
So, and then in year 2, They put you in the spot that's got the big giant deer.
And who kills
He
it?
smelled you.
He didn't smell
come
me.
to me.
I smell great. I have that little blender bottle thing.
I'm
I
just
didn't tell
saying.
anybody about it.
saying.
Has anyone been marketed by that on Facebook yet? Where you can
Yeah,
take like
you throw
pine
pine
needles and you can just zap.
Yeah.
Can you imagine how sticky and sappy
Oh,
your
yeah.
clothes
There's
would
no
be?
way you could-
You don't deuce your clothes with that.
There's also no way that thing works 2 pine trees in a row. Because if you ever touched a pine tree, it's like,
You can't get
let
your
alone let's chop it up.
yeah, and then spray it all
And
over
try
a
to use the chopper again.
$300 jacket. Doesn't sound like a smart plan.
Maybe
Maybe a little alfalfa. I'd get it a little weird with that. But pine trees is like a no-go. Unless pine needles don't secrete sap.
I appreciate the vision. That's a brilliant idea. Until you spray the pine tree on it.
I'm not a botanist.
I was like, ugh.
I think it probably comes from the bark, maybe not the needles. And there's a lot of vitamin C in the needles. I saw it on Man vs. Wild.
There's vitamin C in pine needles?
Vitamin C. That's
Vitamin.
what Bear Grylls says.
Huh. Oh, God, Marcus. He's going to come with a onesie and a freaking zzz.
So Marcus not only came with the weird broadheads, he brought an entire closet thing with him.
Are you going to bring yours this year?
No, mine's permanent.
Oh,
Yeah, I
it
didn't.
was on wheels,
Yeah, his was on wheels, and he came with a onesie to a hunting trip with a bunch of men.
which was pretty incredible.
Was I a little jealous of it because I got cold the one day? Yeah,
We were all a little jealous of it. When he whipped that thing over, like, bold.
we could get you one.
Bold strategy, Cotton.
I think
bold
we could
strategy.
facilitate that. If so, let me just pause here for a
It's
second.
designed to go inside of waders. It's a Sims onesie.
If we buy you
Purposed it.
if we buy you the onesie, will you wear it?
Me?
Yes.
Damn right I will.
Okay.
In a blind with nothing else on.
Early bird.
Like, that's what those guys are going to be wearing summer. It's 110 degrees in Kentucky.
I'm not talking that. I'm talking when we
just
go,
talking in
and I'm
general.
thinking early birthday present.
Save yourself the money.
Get him a onesie and a wolf shirt.
Timmy's pretty good at giving me birthday presents that are pointless. Remember the time you got me the scrape maker?
That was nice. I got you that for Christmas.
It's still in the package in my basement.
That's your problem.
And at some point, you're going to get it back.
You
for
can put the
Christmas.
natural hoof print right in there.
I know.
And apparently he hasn't opened the package because there's like a $30 gift card to Fleet Farm in there.
Oh, no, that was also with it. I already used that.
Yeah, who can't spend money at the Man Mall?
That's fair. I do love that place.
If you can't go to Fleet Farm and find something you need, like I would question our ability to be friends.
That's fair. I can't believe you walked through that whole store and all you could find was a scrape maker.
Sucker's nice.
Which
All right,
is funny
let's
because
give away the Shetty
We'll go
hat.
down to the shack and your dad's driving around his Ranger and I look in the back and it's like, that sucker's putting his scrape maker to use.
You know he's not only putting to use,
rubbing the tree with it.
And you get, I saw him rubbing a tree the other day with it, and I guarantee you he puts the big buck print in. Like, I would bet money. Like,
The buck print on that thing is this big.
it's giant. So the backstory on this is when we were in Kentucky, the hunting channel, all it had was infomercials, and it was for like some magic scent and then the scrape making tool. And Mike, I could tell watching it, he really wanted one.
If you know Mike, yep, you could tell
So
Mike loved it.
that's what I got him for Christmas that year. Who knows what you're going to get this year?
I'll be honest, when I opened that package, I almost peed myself. I was laughing so damn hard. Because we just got back from Kentucky a month prior, and we saw the infomercial 600 times. And we were all like, how dumb is this thing? And I apologize for the man who invented it if he's listening, because he's a visionary. He just shares a different vision than I do, which is fine. Freaking hilarious.
This is a good best friend move right here.
What's that?
Luke knows your birthday's before Kentucky, so
When's
it
my
wouldn't
birthday?
be
Luke?
early.
When is it? Oh, hey, Stephen Hogan.
All right, we got to get this hat giveaway.
We got it. Sammy's been populating the 65 people that went hashtag Shetty on us. And of the 65, who is the winner, Sammy?
Travis Smith.
Travis Smith. If there's a Travis Smith out there, send us a message. You've won hat 2 of 2 of the new Shetty collection. Apparently people like them, so maybe we'll get some. I don't know. We'll think about it. You know, perhaps.
Not sure what's going on there. Yeah, somebody probably did rig the system to win the hat. Maybe we do a...
Sorry, Derek. Next time, maybe.
I'll ask a question.
Uh-oh.
And we can retract
Timmy's just
it.
trying to give away everything.
No.
Which is fine.
Do we have enough to take a makeshift picture? Wouldn't be a professional picture. Do we have enough to put 5 of them live on the website?
Yes.
Okay.
You want to sell 5 of them?
We're going to put 5 of them.
Build a web page. We don't even have a web page for them.
It takes 2 seconds.
Oh boy, Timmy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy.
I'm just, if the people want the hat.
Timmy likes the hat. I don't know if they're ready yet.
All right, we're going to give one more away. Mike's dragging his feet on updating the site, and I realize my calendar I don't have time to do it tomorrow. So we're going to end this thing. We got 1 more minute.
I mean, we could probably sell all 24 of them right now. But hey.
Let's go.
We got, everybody wants to buy them.
Hashtag I want the hat. And you've got
Why don't we
1 minute.
I mean, we could just sell them all right now.
Hashtag I want the hat. And you could even go, I want the hat.
Ooh, duh.
I want the hat.
Timmy's just going to give them all away. There we go.
There's the first one.
We're in a giving mood. Why not?
See, if Mike had just agreed that we'd put it on the website, could have sold a couple. But
I tell you what, these hats are pretty cool. We're going to kill a lot of bucks at them.
As we're burning a little bit of time here, I'm wondering if we could auction off the wolf shirt and we could take the proceeds and donate it to Shot for Hope this year.
Does that involve you taking the shirt off?
Well, I've got another shirt on underneath it.
Okay, then I might be okay with it. All right, everybody wants the hat.
Maybe next podcast we'll do a live auction for the wolf shirt worn by Tim. I won't wash it. It's clean now.
All right, here's what we're going to do. I made a decision. We've got 15 hats left once we give this one away. If you Facebook message us with your address, I'll send you an invoice. When you pay for it, we'll ship you the hat. We have 15 of them.
Let's see who wins it first.
I'll do that. That's all we have. All right, who's going to win it, Sammy? Give Sammy a couple minutes here. If you did the hashtag whatever, I want the hat. We'll pick a winner. And then, like I said, we'll have about 15 hats left. Literally all we have. They're going to be, they're not cheap. Sorry, guys. This is a 3D embroidered hat when you see it. So, yeah, double embroidered. They're expensive as heck. So they're going to be about $30 a piece. So once we give the hat away, we will then have 15 available.
Marcus goes, it's another wolf shirt underneath.
All right, so once we give the hat away, the first 15 people that message us, I will send you an invoice here this week. When you pay it, we'll send you the hat. We've got 30 of them, and I guess we're going to have to order more because apparently they're decent, which is good to know. I mean, hey, you don't know until you know. All right, who's going to win the Shetty hat?
Jamie Adams.
Jamie Adams. Jamie Adams, if you're listening, send us your name, your number, your social security number, your credit card number.
Don't send us your social.
I'm just kidding. I was making fun. I think he's one of Jake's buddies, and Jake gives everybody his social because they ask for it.
What's that? I owe $800 to Amazon?
Oh, perfect. Here's what else you need? My credit card? Perfect. Here you go. All right, Jamie Adams, send us a message.
I'm getting some heat. I'm getting some heat from Liz, Mel's friend.
Everybody else?
My shirt was a gift from Mel for Father's Day.
Liz Ressi?
Yeah.
Oh boy.
But it's for a good cause. So I'll talk to her tonight. We'll see what she says. She's
all right. Yeah. So here's what we're gonna do. Sorry, Tim, not one more hat, but here's what we're gonna do. The first 15 people that message me, I will send you an invoice this week. When you pay it, we'll ship you a hat, and they're all gone. I think I've already seen 15 messages. One more. I got the hashtag one more hat. I love that. I love it. Apparently, we didn't order enough hats.
I'll give mine up.
Ooh. So 16. 16 hats available. I'm not giving mine up. I'm not that nice. And if I give it up, then what am I going to kill my buck in?
I can't give mine up.
Oh, 15 hats.
It's too nice.
No, we appreciate y'all. We have fun with it. So I'm glad. And let's be honest, like the best part about the Shetty collection is the guys that make Domain what it is created it. So Jakey Boy and Spency and Sammy, they created the Shetty collection, so that's pretty fun.
Give it up. Well, thanks everybody for tuning in. It's going to get more and more fun as we get. We're close. We are very close.
Brandon, we got shirts.
We got the shirts on the website.
Next week we'll give away the shirts, and then Timmy won't have a shirt underneath it.
Fair. Bucks are moving in on the farm. We're getting ready. We're counting down the days here to bow season, and super pumped. Thanks everybody for joining in again tonight, and we'll see you next time.
Thanks all.